Hey, Richard Beach here from SonicState.com. I'm at NAMM 2015, day one, about to look at one of the products that kind of has most buzz about it. A lot of people are really excited about this, and this is the first time that I'm actually getting to hear it in the flesh, as it were. So, Andy Out, can you tell us about the product, some of the changes that have been made to it since perhaps people first knew about A Little Thunder when you released the videos online?
Sure, thank you for coming by. So our product here called A Little Thunder, it's a guitar pickup that you can put in any guitar, and it adds a bass signal to the guitar. I've always felt like the guitar had this potential to add a lot more sonic depth, but for some reason it was just like it never really had that deep, low growl. So anyway, on our final version of this product, which is right here, you get all 6 guitar strings, but when you touch, and this is cool, it's capacitive touch, when you touch the bottom, you get a bass signal on the bottom 2 strings, so check it out. So, you know, since we launched our Kickstarter really in late October, we amassed, it was kind of interesting, a lot of interest around the idea. You know, different genres, jazz players wanted to comp along their lines. You know, and heavy metal players wanted to get like basically 8-string sounds, 10-string sounds really, without having to buy a new instrument. So, you know, we sell ours for around $220. So it made sense. So we've just undergone a lot of R&D in that time. We immediately went to trusted manufacturers and decided like, hey, we want to do this on a very professional scale. We want to deliver solid gold. So what we came up with is this pickup that's completely self-contained. It ships with this pickup and a small stereo jack. And right after you install the pickup, you're basically ready to go. It takes 3.5 minutes to install it. And the first mode gives you this -1 octave sound. If you touch it again, that's 2 octaves below what the normal range is, and it's very low. It's very low, right? And then you touch it again, and it's off. Touch it again, and it's on. So the other mode is this low note priority mode, right? So if I were to play a big bar chord right now, let's say C, okay, it's very meaty. You're getting 2 bass notes at once, polyphonic. That may not be desirable for all scenarios. So if you touch this button up here, whatever the lowest note is that you're playing, it will give the bass effect to only that note. So here, same chord, and now you're only hearing the one. You're hearing the low C and not this G, I guess. Not the best playing of all time, but so anyway, enough, man. Yeah, it charges with a standard micro USB charger, just like you would charge a cell phone, right? So we all have these laying around our house. You just plug it in for about 90 minutes, and it's going to charge up the full battery.
And how long is full battery going to last?
We've engineered it. We thought originally we were going to get about 6 hours of battery life. Okay. We've doubled that since then, so this is really good. And also, we've been kind of toying with the idea that you could buy a very big battery and put it somewhere else and it would still work. So we may eventually sell a 4,000 mAh battery that'll last you like a month, and then you just recharge it for 90 minutes and you're set. The other thing that we've added that's kind of fun is on the back of this, you can wire off a different location for the effect. So let's say you don't necessarily want to do the capacitive touch thing. You don't want to, you know, touch in there. Let's say you wanted to pull up your volume knob or something like that. You can wire right to a remote location, put a button anywhere on the guitar you want. You could put it in the strap, you could put it on a push-pull thing, you could do it with a switch. So it's just one of those engineering things that you're like, well, not everybody's gonna have the same layout of the guitar, not everybody's gonna want the same thing. How do we offer the most with the least amount of like confusion? And you know, we believe that the people that really want to get into it can customize a guitar however they want. For the people that just want to plop it in, great. Like I said, about 3.5 minutes is what it's taking me these days. Just put it in a guitar, 2 solder points, and then screwing in the jack, and you're done. But we find it adds so much to all those old riffs. Like, you know, I think during the video we had played a few like. Kind of a thing.
You're kind of a, you know, well, you are a high-profile guy in the guitar world. Were you surprised by the reaction to this online? Because I remember like every single guitar blogger I know online was just like, oh my god, this is cool. And it seemed to kind of come from nowhere, and overnight everybody knew what it was and kind of wanted to see it.
That's lovely to hear. I've been working on this actually for a few years, so
Yeah.
I got an international patent. I got a patent on it. I wanted to feel like we had some protection around the idea because right now we're small fish. So we develop the intellectual property, then we feel secure about putting it out there in the world. And the fun thing for me was the community. I was just so amazed at the response where like every genre of person kind of came through. Like my little apartment in Echo Park, we had all kinds of very fun, high-profile musicians coming by to check it out, and they all said very much the same thing. They said it tracked great, it felt great, they were excited about it, and it was like, thank you for giving that positive feedback because it helped me like put final tweaks on the idea. As for what we're really standing for as a company, I think we're setting out to run a little differently. Okay. To me, guitar needs a little reinvigoration, in my opinion. Sometimes I come to these NAMM shows, and this is now I think my 9th one, and it's nice to see the wide offering of products, but when so-and-so a company's showing me that they've painted their guitar a salmon pink instead of a placid blue, I just don't care anymore. I don't think, I'm missing what's relevant about that, and so I feel like we're ripe for innovation. I want to see, new combinations of acts come together. You don't, necessarily have to have this kind of a formation of band members. So long story short, we're trying to infuse a little bit of culture and relevance into the product and be a people's company. So we get an email, an hour later, we hope to get your response, if that. So thank you for noticing that we're working really hard on this.
No worries, man. When is it actually going to be available to purchase?
It's really soon. So the funniest part was, we did the Kickstarter and we were like, okay, this is how many units we need to make. Then after the Kickstarter, it kind of saturated through social media, and a lot of orders came through, and it was like, okay, we could have done this many at this level, but now it's really worth making a perfect production out of it. We want to deliver solid gold. So we hired the right manufacturing partners. We also made some, tweaks in the design since, December. Just having this functionality wasn't an overnight process, and having it behave as we want. So, there's just so many different things to, come into contact with that we're expecting to ship in about 4 weeks. We're rushing our butts off. But I want to see the first 50 come off the line first and say, yep, that's exactly how we envisioned it. They were all perfect. Boy, are we happy. Out the door they go. So we really appreciate the community, and I think if we had to sum it up in one word, it's community. We want to offer a 7-string version, an 8-string version, an acoustic version, a single coil pickup version. We'd love to make a P90 version. Whatever there's demand for, we want to satisfy that. And we're not limited to guitars too. We can do this with cellos, we can do it with violins, we can do it with all kinds of stuff. So we're starting here. We really appreciate the community, and we wanted to kick ass. We wanted to kick the world's ass a little bit and have to kick the ass of the world with it. So
I like that attitude.
Yeah, man.
It's cool. Well, thanks for your time on this Thursday afternoon at NAMM 2015. Thanks for watching at home, guys. As you heard, a little thunder coming very, very soon. Thanks for watching.